Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Hello everyone, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Gobind and this is your Channel for Grace. Thank you guys so much for being here live. And thank you to those of you that are watching the replay. I am so excited to cover the astrology of this very beautiful and powerful new moon in Taurus that we are having tomorrow, May 11th of 2021 at, I think, very close to 12 p.m. Pacific time. So it's going to be happening during the day and it's going to be a beautiful new beginning. And we're going to share all the information about the moon and what it means and some of the energies that you may have been feeling for a while for the buildup towards this new moon. And remember that today is also the dark of the moon. And so it is an energy where we feel like a little bit more reclusive, maybe, and more like an inner kind of a reflective kind of energy. So that's normal for a dark moon or a balsamic moon phase. And tomorrow when that new moon begins, it is an opportunity for us to set intentions in our lives with the theme of abundance and money and manifestation, because this is in the energy of Taurus. So I'm so excited to talk about it. After we talk about the astrology, I'm also going to go over where this moon is happening in your chart based off of your sun, your moon, and your rising. And if you have any planets or angles in Taurus, this moon will be affecting those energies. And so you'll be able to kind of tell by what I describe to you are the energies of the moon, how they're affecting that specific planet, which in its own sense has an energy and has an essence. So there's a lot that you can get out of these powerful videos. I do want to say hi to everybody in the chat. Hello, Louise. How's it going? Hello, Veronica. Hello, Kim. Thank you for being here. Jill, how are you? Nelvin, Taria, Valerie, welcome in. Jeline, welcome in. Melissa, How's it going? SG, hello. Boo Barth, hello. Thank you guys so much for coming here. And thank you to those of you that are watching but are not actually in the chat. I really appreciate you guys and your presence and your support of this channel. If you have not yet downloaded my free moon astrology guide, make sure that you do that. There is a link in the description of the video. This guide tells you what your psychic gifts are based off of your moon sign, which is really, really cool. And then it gets you on my email list, which is the best way to stay connected with this community and everything that's going on. I do astrology readings, starseed readings to find out what your starseed ancestry is, where you come from in the universe, what star system and star families you are connected and aligned to, and what very powerful starseed mission, your life mission and purpose is at this time on this beautiful planet. Hello, Debbie, and hello, Melanie. Good to see you guys. And I'm really happy to be here back in the studio. It's just so comfortable to like be in your own space. So I'm really thankful for that. Also, a couple of other ways to stay connected to the community is the MeWe group and the MeWe page. It is Channel for Grace Starseed Soul Tribe on MeWe groups, and it is Channel for Grace MeWe page to follow on MeWe. And MeWe is just an app, just like any other social media app. It works very much like Facebook in a way. And it's a platform that doesn't have any ads or anything like that. And I like it because it has a lot more privacy, and it's much more personal. And you see all of the posts that everyone puts on there. So we hope that you join us in the group there as well. Let's see, what else should I share with you guys? The links in the description of the video tell you of all of the cool things that are happening and all of the cool things that I offer. We are having a very powerful event that is starting tomorrow, and it is the Celebration of Motherhood Circle, and it is Chandra Sangat. Chandra Sangat is my sister. This is her little beautiful creation. She's been creating these beautiful oils, and we are going to gather for 4 weeks total. Tomorrow is like the initiation ceremony, and then we're going to meet on Saturdays. All the information is in the link on the description of the video, but if you want to join us for the support and to learn a lot of cool stuff about oils and making candles and the sacred feminine and the mystery schools of Isis, which I'm going to be talking about a little bit on the later weeks, then make sure you join us. You get a included human design parenting reading, which is a reading for you and like who you are and what your energies are, and then also what the energies of your kids are. And the whole idea is conscious parenting and understanding our children. Whether you're a mom or anything and you take care of kids, you don't have to be a mother to be able to join this program. You just have to be someone who maybe you actually can join it for whatever. You don't even have to have experience with kids or relationships with kids. Honestly, this is really good information, a really good support, and a beautiful sisterhood. But if you do join, you do get that free reading, and it gives you insight into how to be a better parent and how to support your children in a more holistic and more conscious and more I guess mature in a way, or from a more emotionally mature space, which is so important for our kids. So that is so exciting. There is a powerful discount that is going on right now. The program is normally $333, but right now I think it's $275. And if you sign up by tomorrow before it starts, which I believe is 5 p.m. Pacific, then you get Chandra Sangat's oils, which is the goddess Isis line. The oils, which are the little rollers, they're amazing. And then you also get the spray, which is super powerful activation of the feminine energies, goddess Isis. So that's kind of a lot to share. Check out some of the other stuff going on in the description, and I'd love to be in touch if you want to connect. We have officially filled out all of the spots for the QHHT sessions. And I am so thankful to everyone that signed up. Starting in June, I am going to begin to offer the quantum healing hypnosis therapy, beyond quantum healing, on my website. So if you're interested in doing past life regression, just know that that's coming up. And there's also a new type of reading that I'm going to start offering called the Composite chart reading. And that is about, it's for conscious couples. So if you're in a relationship that's a conscious couple relationship, this is the reading for you to see what the merged energies of the two people are together. We create a third chart from your chart and your person's chart. We create this third chart and I tell you what like the mission of the conscious couple is. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic couple, but it can be a conscious relationship where you're like, if you're business partners or if you're working together, you can see how you guys will manifest a beautiful, like, co-created is a really good way to put it, energy for the collective and to help humanity. So all of those things, I'm so excited. I had to tell you guys all of that because there's so much going on right now that it just keeps like flowing out of me. And you'll see what I mean when we talk about this new moon, which is so powerful. You're going to be like blown away at the energies that it's activating for us. And this is what I call, which I think I titled the video, yep, Aldebaran portal. And we're going to talk about what that means in a moment. But I did see a couple of comments here in the chat. Hello, Valerie. Hello, Julene. Hello, Steph. Thank you guys for being here. So let me share. Let's just go right into it and share the astrology chart. Here we go. Let's switch that over here and let's see what that does. It's going to take a second to get it set up. Oh, I always keep forgetting I'm supposed to be also signed in to the hotspot of my phone. There it is. And I just got a message. And now that we're connected, I should be able to share this. Let me go to transits. Okay. There it is. Okay, that is going to work. Okay. And it's asking for a code. How are you guys feeling with this moon, by the way? Are you feeling good and grounded? Because the Taurus is a grounded energy for sure. I know Uranus is right there in our faces, but at the same time, it's actually a really beautiful energy, and I'm so enjoying being able to be that like connected to it. Okay, so it looks like you guys can see the chart now. Okay, amazing. I'm excited about what you are creating. Oh, I never rest. I never stop. Hello, Michelle. And also, this in a couple of weeks, my sister and I are going to start offering a monthly like oils class. So we're going to teach you how to make different blends and talk about how to work with oils in your life. And basically, here's the gist of oils, okay? I have known about oils and I've used oils, for a long time. However, it was recently, just as a lot of these things come into my life, they come into when I'm ready. And that's important for you as well. Certain things in life will come to you when you're ready and you will feel them 100%. I was talking to someone today, doing a reading for them and a current energies reading. And we were talking about how right now, at least for me, how I'm living life is everything is either a yes, it's like 100% yes, or a strong no. And last week when I went to Colorado, my friend Brittany invited me to an event, and it was a doTERRA event. I know a lot of you guys probably know what that is. And I actually had that 100% yes. So I went and I knew I was going to sign up, and I did. And I'm really excited because I feel like the wisdom of Mother Earth comes through in these oils. And so how beautiful is it that on this Taurus, new moon, this is all getting activated and initiated. I think that's amazing. And so that is something that I'm going to start incorporating into my readings and all that stuff I'm going to take an oil certification course. Of course, because I'm just going to add another course to my repertoire. But I'm going to get certified in how to use oils. And I'm going to look at the astrology and how for your chart, what oils would help you activate the certain energies in your chart. So I am like super excited about that, and I'll be able to add that to all of the things that I do. So that's a little sneak preview of what's coming up, but it's so beautiful on the new moon in Taurus to announce that. I didn't even think about it. Mother Earth and Pachamama are aligning everything so friggin' perfectly. Oh my God. Okay. This new moon is coming strong and fast. Uranus is definitely in the mix. Yes, it is, Rebecca, for sure. So here's the chart. You're looking at the chart for the new moon. How do we know that this new moon is happening? Is we look at the moon and the sun and how they are conjunct in the sign of Taurus, both exactly at 21 degrees and 17 minutes. So that's how you know it's a new moon, because the sun is conjunct the moon. This moon is happening at 11:59 a.m., so basically 12 p.m. tomorrow. And there is a lot happening with this moon. I'm going to go through all of the incredible aspects and tell you what they are activating. So what you have been feeling and what you should focus on when you are manifesting in your life. So we have to remember also that Venus just moved into Gemini, as well as Mercury. And we have had the North Node in Gemini for a while now. It is now, the North Node is on Aldebaran, which is the eye of the bull. It's the fixed star that is the eye of the bull in the Taurus constellation. So more Taurus energy, more activation, and I'm going to tell you about what Aldebaran means in a minute. But there's a lot of powerful energy to communicate and to share. Also, you've got Uranus as well as Ceres as well as Black Moon Lilith also in Taurus. So this is a Taurus stellium on this moon. Kim, I have an herb list with all the astrology correlations. Yes, I do. That would be amazing. So this is a Taurus stellium that means that there's strong Taurus energy here. Now, Uranus is the one exception that will kind of shake the ground, create so much change that is hard to deal with or hard to sort of accept or hard to go through because it's like an earthquake. The fixed earth sign of Taurus feels like it's completely, kind of broken into pieces, because Uranus is like, you know what, it's time for that change. And the issue is that the reason that the change that we're seeing in the world is so challenging is because of Uranus and Taurus, because Uranus and Taurus says you have to change at like a core level. You have to change at from a very grounded place to shaky ground so that everything can be rearranged. And it's that fixed Taurus energy that's like, it's the bull, right? The sign of the bull, which is it doesn't want to move forward. The bull is like, like headstrong or like strong like bull, like you cannot push it you cannot do anything. And so the change that we're seeing in the collective is so intense that it feels like everything's literally falling apart, because it's literally falling back into place. And those are the energies that we're feeling right now with Uranus transiting through the sign of Taurus. So this new moon is going to be making a trine to Pluto, who is at 26 degrees. So this is the sun and the moon, because they're both making that trine to Pluto. So what does this mean? This creates a richness to our emotions and a depth to our relationships. This creates deep felt emotions. This brings in the energy of forming deep bonds with people too. It's powerful gut instincts. It's applying our willpower. It's transformation and self-integration. And it's a psychological cooperation between suppressed content of our psyche and our conscious awareness. Like, how powerful is that? Those energies are what are coming up for us during this moon. But that's not all, because the moon is also going to be making a sextile to Neptune, and that's almost exact, and to Pallas Athena, who is the asteroid known as the goddess of wisdom. When the moon or the sun make a sextile to Neptune, these are heightened psychic abilities, heightened intuition, heightened clairvoyance, heightened clairsentience, which is clairvoyance is seeing, clairsentience is feeling, clairaudience is like hearing messages from spirit. Like all of these powerful activations of our psychic abilities are heightened when Neptune sextiles the sun and the moon. And with Pallas Athena right there, this is pure wisdom that comes through from this psychic sign of Pisces into our being, into our essence, so we can process these things, we can receive those light codes, those messages from God, and feel them fully and integrate them fully within ourselves so that we can make the right decisions in our lives. That's the sextile to Neptune. The other thing that's happening during this moon is, look at Jupiter. Jupiter is at the 29th degree of Aquarius. So Jupiter is literally about to move into the sign of Pisces. Jupiter in Aquarius. So Jupiter is about to move into the last sign of the zodiac. That is a big deal because that means that Jupiter is about to finish its entire cycles through the zodiac. All of next year, we're going to see more of Jupiter in Pisces, which is Christ consciousness, Christ codes. This is the activation that's beautiful, Boobarth. Thanks for pointing that out. This is the beautiful activation that is coming, right? The connection to God, source energy, is coming next year, is going to be really powerful. For now, what Jupiter is going to do is he's going to go in 2 degrees into Pisces, and then he's going to retrograde back into Aquarius. And then he's going to come back through the Aquarius. So he has to reflect. So Jupiter has been pretty much flying through Aquarius this year. So anyone that has Jupiter in Aquarius has been going through a Jupiter return, which is a very auspicious time in your life where a lot of abundance comes in because Jupiter is the expander, Jupiter is the magnifier, Jupiter activates your energy. And in Aquarius, this is very much about the prophetic vision of the future for humanity. It's the people, it's the humanitarian codes, the humanitarian issues, like helping each other is what this has been about. But now that Jupiter is at the 29th degree, this is about emerging into universal consciousness after undergoing a personal metamorphosis. That's Jupiter at the 29th degree. And he's going to do this now, and he's going to do this again when he goes direct and goes through the Aquarius aspects again, the degrees again. And this is again a prophetic and futuristic energy, right? The Aquarian age, the new age, moving into the future of the world and the planet. And for this to be happening at the same time that we're having a new moon in Taurus, which is about the earth. Taurus is ruled by Venus, but it also rules the earth. So this is like the goddess. This is the sacred divine feminine. This is the grounding. This is Pachamama. This is Mother Earth, Mama Gaia, who nurtures us and takes care of us, just like we, hopefully take care of her. So that's very interesting that this is happening at the same time. There is some challenging aspects. So everything I just told you about, the trines, the sextiles, and this last degree of Aquarius for Jupiter, these are really auspicious and positive things, but there are a couple of challenges that we're facing. And one of these is Mars squaring Chiron. So you see Mars over here at 11 degrees of Cancer. Mars in Cancer is a transit that can feel very emotional. It can feel kind of difficult for people because unless you have to tap into your emotions, and sometimes that feels like I'm not ready, or I resist it. I don't want to see that, or we become overly emotional and we can't control our emotions. So this is a difficult transit for Cancer. For Mars, Mars would much rather be in Capricorn where it's exalted. In Cancer, it's like, I don't really want this divine feminine energy. I want to be masculine. I want to be me. I want to be strong. I want to take action, but you're telling me to like check in with how I feel. Like, I don't like that. So it's a little bit of a frustrating transit. After this, it moves into Leo, and that's going to feel a lot better. Mars in a fire sign always feels better. But at 11 degrees, it is making almost an exact square to Chiron. And Chiron represents the wounded healer. Whenever Chiron is aspected, this is about our healing journey. What we're healing right now collectively is basically dealing with our ego and dealing with our like heavy ego or like expanded ego or whatever, and also letting go of who we were and re-identifying ourselves in a more mature way. Because Aries is the very first sign of the zodiac, which means in a shadow phase, it can be very immature energy. So the collective, it needs to figure out who it is. So that means when I say the collective, I mean all of us individually make up the collective. So we need to figure out who we are. Right now, all of us in the world are like, who am I and what am I doing here? These are big collective theme questions that everyone on earth is asking themselves. It is in our conscious awareness collectively, and so it's affecting the whole planet. When Mars squares Chiron, this is what's going to happen. Some people are going to try and avoid transmutation or change, but we are all very aware of the power of Chiron, which is that of healing. We are being challenged to develop new and unusual strategies for living. That's the challenge right now. We are being challenged to develop new and unusual strategies for living. And that is being activated with this new moon. Like, how crazy is that? There's a yod too, because look at this. Mars is also exactly sextiling Uranus at 11 degrees. Now, the number 11 is a master number. In numerology, the number 11, in tantric numerology, the number 11 is the embodiment of all the 10 bodies. The first body being the soul, the second body being the negative mind, the third body being the positive mind, the fourth being the meditative mind or the neutral mind, the fifth being the physical body, the sixth being the arc line, the seventh being the aura, the eighth, the pranic body, the ninth, the subtle body, and the 10th, the radiant body. When you get to the 11th body, that's the embodiment of all the bodies. So numerology and the number 11 being a master number is playing a very big role with this moon. All of these energies are so freaking powerful, you guys. But these two are making a yod. So they're quincunxing the south node. And a yod is what we call in astrology the finger of God, pointing at the resolution of this energy. So the resolution is here. What does the sextile from Mars to Uranus mean? That is about seeking excitement and adventure and taking actions towards these desires that inspires others. And the yod, pointing at the south node, challenges us to move away from what we are used to and let go of anything from the past, karmic connections, karmic patterns, old stories. But it also says that by looking back, you know how to look forward. This is how epic this is, because the south node leads you right to the north node. And that is the most important part of this moon, because we've got Mercury, which is our mind, our mental abilities, our ability to communicate, in its home sign of Gemini, conjunct the North Node of our collective destiny, our collective purpose here on Earth right now, exactly on Aldebaran. With Mercury also on the Orion constellation, which is all about seeking knowledge and curiosity. Aldebaran is the eye of the bull, while Venus is close to Alcyon, which is the main star on the Pleiades. I mean, you can't get any crazier than this, you guys. Orion is also Archangel Michael, who is the most powerful of the archangels. He's the angel of protection and truth, and he will cut the cord. So we know Archangel Michael as the one holding the sword of truth. And when you call on Archangel Michael, he will cut the cords that are connected to other people, to other energies, to things from your past that no longer serve you, because you need to move towards the light. And Archangel Michael and this star, Aldebaran, is the light. It is God. This is literally God speaking to us this week, saying, you are with me, I am with you, and we are moving through this together, and you are going to feel this activation because I want you to succeed and I want you to feel good about yourself. Taurus is about feeling good. I want you to begin a new journey. Right after this new moon, we officially enter into eclipse season. The next full moon is a full moon lunar eclipse in Sagittarius. And the next new moon is a new moon annular solar eclipse in Gemini. This is a powerful week. Aldebaran is known as the eye of the bull. The eye is the eye of the bull. It's the eye of revelation. It is the eye of Horus, the all-seeing eye of Horus. So these are codes channeled directly from God to us right now, saying this is what you should focus on. Aldebaran is about knowing the truth, becoming enlightened. It's this penetrating insight to help us understand how to feel good in our lives, how to live our lives so that we actually are more grounded. Remember, the moon in Taurus is exalted. It feels good here because this is where it gets to take a freaking vacation. And it loves to be in luxury and feel good and make money and be comfortable. Like, that is what we can literally activate and live the best life we've ever lived if we channel all of the energy, through our past and heal, and then move right literally towards God, towards our divinity. This is crazy. The Pleiades are all about having fun. Have fun with it. Can you enjoy life? Can you let yourself have fun again? Trust that, that yes, that strong yes, and that strong no. Like, listen to those. You know exactly what the answer is. You don't need to ask anybody. You don't need to think about it. It's either a yes or a no right now. It's very clear. The South Node, although we didn't talk about this, is on a star called Antares, which is the heart of the Scorpion. Oops. It's the heart of the Scorpion in the Scorpio constellation. Scorpio represents the underworld. If you're thinking about like God versus the devil, this is it. The Leo King has been talking about this, that it's the dark versus the light right now. If you are the moon is with the light, the new moon is with the light, the new moon is with God. Like, who are you with right now? And I love Antares, and I don't necessarily think that Antares has, that connotation of like evil or whatever, but because I do love it, because what it is, it's pure core, like hardcore raw truth that you have no choice but to look at it. And that's why I'm telling you, the answer. It's either a yes or a no. And it's instant and it's gut, it's instinctual. Because why? Because the sextile that is happening to Neptune and Pallas Athena are giving you the heightened intuition, the heightened ability to actually hear the messages that you are receiving from your higher self, from source energy, from your soul. And this is the power of this moon. It's a full mind activation. It's a third eye opening. It's revelation. It's Archangel Michael. And then Orion is all about the knowledge, the codes, the mysteries of the universe. All of that information all in one place. Your galactic origins. The Orion starseeds bring the knowledge of ancient civilizations and ancient cultures and all the wisdom that comes through to this time, space, reality. That's how powerful this moon is, you guys. It's not just an Aldebaran portal. It's also an Orion portal. It's also a Pleiadian portal. And we are getting closer and closer to seeing the North Node move into the Pleiades, which is going to be another powerful activation. So it blows my mind what this moon means and what it represents. And I'm so excited and so happy to be able to share, this with you guys today. So that the energies and how to work with them. This moon is no joke. No joke. So the last thing we're going to cover is I'm going to go over, after we talked about all of that, I'm going to talk about the Sabian symbols as well as the Chandra symbols. So here we go. These symbols give us more meaning, more symbology to understand what these energies are all about. Thank you, Boo Barth. I really appreciate that. Yes, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new to the channel. I would really appreciate that. And if you feel called or inspired to share this video out in social media groups, that would be really amazing as well. I know a lot of people would love to know and have this energy. So we're going to look at 21 degrees of Taurus as a Sabian symbol and as a Chandra symbol. And then I'm going to go through each of the zodiac signs and tell you where this moon is happening in your chart, what's activating in your life right now because of this moon, and where you're going to feel these light codes, the presence of source energy in your life. All right. 21 degrees of Taurus is a pirate radio station broadcasts from the top of a tower. A reporter delivers a parody of the government line in a voice loud enough to get through the government's jamming of the station. That is way too funny right now. This is about airing an important message through reporting or through topical comedy. This is radical observers and critics of the modern scene. This is translating one's message from a higher level of comprehension to the easily grasped language of the people, exasperated by people's failure to grasp the obvious. This is about challenging people to attain a higher awareness, catalyzing the evolution of consciousness, extracting external truths from a barrage of undigested data. This is so the North Node on Gemini. Picking out the meaning of a message through static, right? Heightened intuition. Dude, this is epic. I'm really enjoying this. mistranslations, or other forms of noise, right? Picking out the meaning of a message through static, mistranslations, or other forms of noise. You cannot but see the truth. That's what I'm seeing from that. This is about supplying missing or censored information to clarify what's going on. Wow. Providing a counter spin to the establishment's take on the news. What? Give away the whole game. This is about shooting down an enemy's ideas with an arsenal of facts and receipts. Dude, damn, that is crazy. Okay, tell me that is not what we're seeing in the world right now. Tell me that is not what is going on right now. That just blew my freaking mind. Okay, there's my little Gemini. All right, 21 degrees of Taurus as a Chandra symbol. This one's even cooler. Okay, here we go. 21 degrees of Taurus. Are you ready? A blindfolded woman who sees the future, witnessing dispassionately the flow of time, standing outside of all linear progression and knowing what is likely to happen here. Supremely disengaged from surface affairs, even lightly dismissive of all secondary considerations, but turned right into the thread of prophecy and inner vision. Granted a certain grace to follow the inner track and serving a larger function as part shaman, part seer, and part commonsensical advisor. Salty wit, earthy and pithy, no nonsense. You know where the bones are buried. Penetrating insight, a throwback to simpler worlds. One who warns of dangers ahead and is not amused by factions and fragments and phantoms of common assumption. I'm going to read that one again. A blindfolded woman who sees the future, witnessing dispassionately the flow of time, standing outside of all linear progression and knowing what is likely to happen here. Supremely disengaged from surface affairs, even lightly dismissive of all secondary considerations, but tuned right into the thread of prophecy and inner vision, granted a certain grace to follow the inner track and serving a larger function as part shaman, part seer, and part commonsensical advisor. Salty wit, earthy and pithy, no nonsense. You know where the bones are buried. Penetrating insight. A throwback to simpler worlds. One who warns of dangers ahead and is not amused by factions and fragments and phantoms of common assumption. Damn. You can't make this shit up. You just can't. Like, this is this moon. This is this week. This is the new cycle that is beginning right, and then boom, right after the new moon, eclipse season. Whew. Right into it. Are you guys ready? We begin ready. This is mirroring what's going on in your life. I love that, Nelly. It's it's mic drop. Exactly. Hey, Wendy, welcome in. So here's where this is happening in your chart based off of your sun, moon, Venus rising, and any planets that you have in Taurus. So Aries, this is happening in your second house. This is the house of finances. This is a house of values. This is a house of your own self-esteem, of what you value in life, of grounding, and of money. So this is an opportunity. This is where you are getting that penetrating insight. This is an opportunity to set intentions to bring that abundance into your life. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Venus rising. This is happening in your first house. This is where you're getting that penetrating insight. This is about your identity. Who are you? Who am I? What am I doing here? How am I activating these powerful energies? Am I connecting to my higher self? Am I connecting to my soul? Gemini, this is happening in your 12th house of divinity, spirituality, your connection to God, also things that are hidden, things that are underneath the surface, and things that you don't know because you don't know everything that's out there in infinity. You are the one that is receiving powerful downloads from the universe right now. So listen to your intuition, because it is going to be the most powerful tool that you have right now to work through this energy. For Cancer, Sun, Moon, Venus rising. This is happening in your 11th house of friends, sharing your gifts with the world, working with people, communities, networks of people. This is where you're getting that penetrating insight. This is about asking yourself, am I sharing my true gifts with the world? And in my sharing of those gifts, am I actually helping the collective? What am I bringing to the collective? Cancer. Leo, Sun, Moon, Venus, and rising. This is happening in your 10th house of career and life path. So that is another really amazing thing that has to do with your life mission. It has to do with abundance. It has to do with bringing money in. It has to do with finding stability in your career and in your life path. So if you're especially Leo rising, you're feeling this in this area of your life, it's activating. This is where you're getting that penetrating insight, so you know what move to make next and what area of your life to set your intentions in. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Venus, and rising. This is happening in your 9th house of spiritual integration, of expansion, of higher awareness, of enlightenment, becoming enlightened, exploring the world. This is what is being activated. So the penetrating insight is you're integrating everything, you're feeling into it, you're listening to your intuition, and then you're making an intention as to how to continue to expand in your life. Libra, Sun, Moon, Venus, and rising. This is happening in your 8th house of death, change, and transformation and transmutation. This is the Phoenix. This is also resources that come to you from the outside, things that are given to you, connections that you have that come to you, or that like investments and things like that. So the penetrating insight for you is the change that is happening right now in your life probably feels very intense, especially if you're a Libra rising, because Taurus and Uranus transiting your 8th house is creating that earthquake-like energy in your life, those tower moments in your life. So where you have to pick up the pieces and continue moving forward, but you cannot get stuck with the crumbling castle. You have to walk away, because the crumbling castle is not actually where it's at. It's somewhere else. So you have to follow your own magic. This is also the occult. This is also the hidden, the mystery schools, that knowledge, that Scorpio energy. So trust that you know exactly what the answer is. And trust that penetrating insight to guide you towards the light, because you are walking through the valley of shadow of death. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Venus, and rising. This moon is happening in your 7th house of relationships, partnerships, whether it's love or business relationships, relationships in general in your life. This is what is being activated with this new moon. Set an intention for your relationships. What kind of relationships do you want to have? Are you creating business projects together with other people? Very important for you to understand how these relationships are playing out, what they're giving you, what you're giving out, but also what people are giving to you. And if it's toxic, you got to let it go, because it's time to find more stability, more grounding, and that's where you want to focus your energy. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. This is happening in your sixth house of work, of being in the present moment, of being connected to anchoring all dimensions, channeling the information, thank you, Sparky, channeling the light codes through you into this three-dimensional reality. Sagittarius is the explorer, and you are definitely out there discovering the world in your own way. Maybe you're not traveling, but maybe you are out there discovering new things, and that's really what inspires you so much in your life. So in the sixth house of also health and pets, but being here and being present and working in everyday life and schedule, this moon is saying stabilize yourself. Find some kind of schedule, find some kind of routine that will help you find that grounding. This is where you want to set intentions in work and daily life and your health and your habits for daily health. And then when you set those intentions, that you're going to see that manifesting in your life. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. This is happening in your fifth house of creativity, passion, romance, also children, having fun, the inner child, playfulness. This is where you're going to feel and receive that penetrating insight. So don't be surprised if your creativity sparks, if your passion comes alive, and then this is where you want to set your intentions. What do you want to create? This is the house of manifestation. So Taurus is the one that brings in the abundance. So you have the helpers here to help you find and create that abundance. And that's how you got to set your intentions. For Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising, this is happening in your fourth house of the home, the family, the moon, that's the emotions, the mother, nurturing, the sacred divine feminine. All of those energies are being affected. So you're going to see this play out in your life, in your home life, and in your family life. And that's where you want to set the intentions for what kind of stability do you want to see in this area of your life from now on? What kind of powerful insights do you want to receive from this area? Just listen and trust. And Jupiter is at the 29th degree in your first house, which is activating your ability to see into the future. You're the prophetic sign. So that's where you got to use this time wisely. This is a portal, right? This is also in my Stargates book, this portal. Tomorrow, I think I'm going to read to you guys what I wrote in my portals book for the ceremony. So we're going to be having the Taurus new moon ceremony tomorrow, same time, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. Make sure, don't miss that. We'll be having a lot of fun and playing music and connecting and doing a little ceremony and a card reading, collective card reading for everyone for the energies of the moon. But for Aquarius, this is powerful because you are being activated at a very deep level. So the last sign, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. This is the activation of the third house of communication, of siblings, of the high priestess, of the throat chakra, being able to speak, being able, letting your curiosity come alive. So how can you set intentions in your life that help you to understand things better, that help you to get more curious, that help you to communicate in a better way, and that help you find more stability in this area of your life? So those are all of the energies, you guys. Again, I want to thank you so much for joining me for this powerful broadcast. If you are interested, I know I just mentioned the Stargates book. If you're interested, then check out the link in the description. It's an Etsy link, and I'm also going to start working on the next calendar, which comes out June 21st, which is the summer solstice. So I'm going to create a calendar for the next 3 months that will be available. Wow, that's a lot of work. But you know what? Let's do it, baby. Let's do it, baby. So there you go, everyone. Thank you again so much. and for all of your support. Thank you to all of you that have been getting readings. Thank you to all of you that show up for these videos and watch these videos. And I so love you guys and your support. And I will see you again tomorrow for the new moon ceremony. Satnam, everyone. Have an amazing rest of your night and get ready because it's happening.